Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Krista. Hey, nice to meet you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that post notifications bell, and leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. And if you're coming back, welcome to another video. So as y'all can see by the title of this video, this is another story time, and I don't really know, like, I'm gonna tell it, but just to let you know, just put that out there at the beginning of this video. My story times, like I said in my previous video, is my story times. So anybody who know these situations that happened, that occurred in my story time, and that was you, then I am not trying to offend you, but this is just me telling my story of past situations in life that I've moved on from, and we live and we learn every day, and mistakes and life situations happen and we can't change the past. But yeah, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but as y'all see down below, the title is a story time of me cheating on my ex with his close friend, his roommate, and they was considered bros to each other. So yeah, I don't even already know how to feel about telling this story, but hey, it's my story and it's the past, and you know, it is what it is. So without further ado, let's get into this story time. So let's get into it. So if y'all don't know, or people who is subscribed, if you do know, so I was at the VI school. That's the school I went to my high school years, and that's where I graduated from. So when I went to VI, I was kind of like in a situationship, let's just call it that. I was in a situationship with somebody that I had been knowing and talking to since I was 13. And we probably stopped talking when I was like maybe 16, something like that. But I didn't start dating again until I came to the school in September of 2018, but I didn't start for real dating somebody there until the start of 2019, which was February of 2019. And like before that, it was a dude that liked me, that had been liking me ever since I came, but I wasn't feeling it. So yeah, and he a part of the friend group too. So the first person I started dating, which was February of 2019, was this dude. I ain't putting out people's names on my channel, just for that disclaimer. Not putting out people's names. That's why I saw in the previous story time I did not say people's names. So in this story time, I'm finna give these people names. So Jeff. So I started dating Jeff, and no, Jeff was not black. No, he was not. So he liked me or whatever. He called me one Friday after school and was like, he want to hook up and stuff like that, which I had already knew that he had liked me from the previous that week of school, because the stuff he was doing, blah blah. Y'all know how a dude is if they want you. But So he had got with me. Well, he asked me and everything, and I was like, I'll think about it. And it took me the whole weekend, but I ain't gonna even lie to you, I really did not think about it. So the week finally came. Sorry y'all, the camera messing up. So that's when I decided to be like, yeah, whatever, like we could date, yeah, whatever. So we was dating and it was cool and whatnot. I'm not gonna say it was bad or nothing, because I'm not discrediting any relationships, past relationships that I had, because hey, if you did it, you just did it. Ain't no need to that really didn't count, like whatever, we're grown here. So it was fine, it was cool. But 2019 of the summer came around and things was like different, because he, of course, like during the weekends as well, when we was together before we got out of school. So it was like different because he was like doing work at his house. I guess like some type of work he was doing for his grandpa, because that's who he lived with during the school year or whatever. And so we didn't hardly ever get to talk at all there. It like hardly ever. Only time we really conversated like consistently was during the school week, because we both lived in a dorm. And yes, we are both from the same, living in the same area. So we rode the same bus back to the dorm on Sundays and home on Fridays. So that's the only time we really consistently got to talk, was during the weekday. So, you know, he would have to work and do stuff for his grandpa, so we couldn't talk on the phone. And then the summer came around of 2019, and I'm pretty sure we went like dang near half that summer without talking to each other. Like we hardly ever was on the phone talking. So like, of course, me being me, like if you young and you like not really in that mindset of you want to settle down, like, you know, you trying to be flirty and do you, like, yeah. But the only problems I regret in this whole situation, this whole story, is I'm so bad on being a communicator. I don't do that at all. So I just do stuff, and then it'll make the other party involved look like I'm doing some crazy stuff or some stuff like that. But it's just because I didn't mean bad by my intentions. It's just that I never communicated how I felt, and I just like move on and just do me without communicating like, hey, I don't think this gonna work out, we need to end this, like stuff like that. But so his friend, his bro, they was roommates for a long time. We were cool because I always used to hang around them and stuff like that, and we was cool, and we started becoming like friends and stuff like that. So my whole summer was me and him talking on the phone the whole summer. And you know, like you talk to somebody and things gonna start to go they way, the way they go. And so one day I was just like, I think he nice and I like his swag and stuff like that. But I didn't say like I like him or I want to date him. But of course, people can get that impression. So, we ended up being together, and I felt so terribly bad because I was like, oh my god, like y'all are roommates. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell him this, and just it was a big discombobulation. And like when me and let me give him his name. When me and Corey used to be on the phone, Jeff was right there by him. So if I'm on the phone with Jeff, Corey gonna call. If I'm on the phone with Corey, Jeff gonna call. So eventually, people's gonna start to catch on. Jeff was gonna start to catch on and be like, wait, what's going on here? So, he ended up, actually, I think he did actually end up finding out. And so, we broke up and stuff like that, but he didn't find out about me and Corey until after me and him ended stuff between each other. And that's how he knew, like, oh, you left me for my bro and da da da. Y'all know how the story goes. So I was just like, oh my god, like this is so crazy, this is so bad, like dang, what am I gonna do? So it was so like awkward and stuff of having to be still around them in this whole little situation, and he was mad about it, of course, and stuff like that. But they still continue to be close and be bros and stuff like that. And so me and Corey, we started in our little relationship. We started talking, which was the longest consistent relationship that I've ever been in so far, for right now. Because my current relationship, we getting there. We finna be there in a few months. So, anyways, like, we was talking in probably around the second year. Corey was getting ready to graduate, and me and Jeff was in the same grade. So, Jeff, okay, even though I had broke up with Jeff, like we ended stuff, Jeff still play around and do silly stuff and stuff like that. But after I dismissed him, I didn't think nothing of him trying to be all how he was with me, because I was like, whatever, he just being stupid and acting crazy. It was like nothing intended for me or nothing like that. So when Corey ended up getting ready to graduate, me and Jeff had got, like, it was like so weird, because like I hate to even be talking about these stuff on camera because it's to me. But I was in class, in my math class, with someone, and we was talking, this girl, and I was just like blah blah blah, telling her stuff about Jeff. And then Jeff was trying to figure out what was going on, because we made up a name about him. And so he was trying to figure out what was going on. And then that's when he found out, and he was like, I was doing my work and he was doing his work. And he was already done with his work, but he called me pretending like he needed help. But he really didn't need help. So I went to him and he was like, oh, I know what you doing and blah, 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 stuff like that. So that's how all that started back up. So Corey was getting ready to graduate, and me and Jeff was cooling, chilling, talking, doing this, that, and the in class. So the day of the graduation, I had to sing for the graduation, had to blah blah blah, do all that. And so after that, I went back to class, and me and Jeff and the other dude that liked me but I didn't pursue him was in the class. And that's when Jeff kept telling me to come by him and stuff like that. And I was on my phone, he was on his phone, and he kept trying to kiss me and do the most and do all that. And I was just like nah, no. So grabbed my face, and that happened where we started kissing and blah blah blah. So but before that, like that whole week in the dorm, we would be on the phone talking and chilling on the phone. And it was kind of trying to backtrack and go back to how when we was in a relationship where we used to be on the phone all night and talk and da-da-da. But yeah, so after that, I just started to think about it, and I was in the dorm and I was telling my dorm parent about it and talking to like people I was close with about it. And I was like, damn, like I need to tell him. So I was like, I could not hold that from him, because I was just like nah, this ain't right, bruh. So I ended up telling him it was for his graduation party, and of course he was upset about it and stuff like that. So then that's when Jeff ended up telling the person he was talking to and stuff, and then that's when we just and Jeff was salty at me, feeling some type of way towards me because I told Corey. But I was just like, dude, I just had to, because yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So got over that. So me and Corey, we was doing alright. But then it just ended up getting to another point where it just wasn't it no more for me, because the relationship just got boring and I just wasn't feeling it no more. But I just never communicated that. So that's where I take my fault in it. And yes, we're human, we all gonna do some foul stuff from time to time. Nobody's perfect. Don't act like you ain't never done nothing that was effed up, okay? But long as you're mature enough to own up to your effed up doings and accept what you did, and you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta move on with life. And if I could go back and change the way things went, and I just communicated my feelings and been more transparent, then things would have been different, looked different. But I did not do that, and that's my apologies, and I have to accept that and deal with that. Well, not technically deal with it, but like, that was just something that I did that was effed up, in that I wouldn't see myself ever doing again, by not communicating truly how I feel and just ending the stuff, instead of just going talking to other people and still got a title. So that's where I messed up at, and I can't change it now. But yeah, so I ended up in the relationship with who I'm with now. I started liking him. I came up to him. I initiated all these things. Because, yeah. But I didn't say nothing to the person that I was with, Corey. And I should have. But that was my wrongdoing, my mistake. But at the end of the day, we're human. My phone keeps falling, guys. It keeps tilting over. But like I said, at the end of the day, we human. Everybody has done some foul things. But as long as you're mature enough to accept what you did wrong and live and learn and don't make those same mistakes constantly again, you know, you got to be mature and grown up. So at the end of the day, I took things from every relationship that I've been in the past, and I've used it because now I'm getting older and I don't want to be perceived and seen as a 304, a cheater, or any other sort of what people might think I am. I don't want to be perceived as that. So in my relationship now, it's the most wonderfulest relationship. And honestly, like, I can't even like pretend or fake right now. But this relationship is one of my first relationships right now where it's like solely, honestly, a connection that like is out of this world crazy for me. A lot of things in this relationship is the first time for me. A lot of the feelings is the first time for me. Like, it's just a lot. And I'm proud and blessed and happy to be in this relationship, even though it was a messed up way of getting in this relationship. But I am superly, overly happy with this person. And I just learned not to keep on making those same mistakes, because after you keep on doing it, we all know it's not a mistake no more. So at the end of the day, everything I did in the past, I owned up to it. I accepted it for what it was, knowing that I took fault in it, and I moved on. And I don't have no bad blood towards nobody. And I hope people out there ain't got no bad blood towards me, because I'm honestly, genuinely a good person and a sweetheart. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And I know it's crazy. I know it seemed like a lot of things to y'all. A lot of probably conceptions is out there. And whatever y'all feel about me in this video, y'all can leave down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.